What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unplayable. I'm here with Jay. We're going to talk about all the cool stuff that FFG told us about yesterday on their live stream. Jay, just real quick, what's your overall take on what we
Overall
saw?
take.
Yeah,
Uh
let's get that out of the way first.
Big W for FFG right now. I feel like every time Jim is on, it's just a banger. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And he's not on very often. So I'm not saying they're always L's, but they're not always W's like this one was. So yeah, I'm the most hyped for this game than I've ever been. And that's saying a lot. So yeah.
yeah, because we've been excited about this game for a while, but the what they've been telling us keeps sounding better and better. So
Yes.
let's go through those details right now. So the very first thing that they brought up on their stream was the Spark of Rebellion pre-release box. And so basically what this is a $29.99 box that includes 6 packs, which is enough for you to make a sealed deck out of. It includes this cool looking deck box, tokens, rule book, a deck building guide, which will be interesting. So basically everything that you need to participate in a pre-release. It also comes with 2 promos, which I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll pop up on the screen right now.
And they're exclusive to this box too.
They are, and they're usable in the pre-release as well. So you always have access to Luke Invader, which is pretty cool.
For the pre-release. I assume that's only for the
Yeah.
pre-release.
Yeah,
So if you
I
go
assume that
do
as
a
well.
sealed or draft later, like next following week that you have your local night, I'm guessing you can't use those. But for pre-release, you
That's
can,
what I took.
which is pretty sweet, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty cool concept.
Yeah, I love the concept of this product. I think it's like, it gives you literally everything that you need to get into the game from a pre-release standpoint. So the fact that they provide the tokens, they provide the rules, very, very cool. And like $29.99 is, I think, like fairly standard pricing for like a pre-release event. So
I mean, if you break it down, that's $5 a pack, right? So you're getting everything else for free, basically.
basically,
If you consider buying 6 packs would cost you $30 anyway.
Yeah, right. And I guess your store may upcharge you to enter the event, especially if they're giving out prizes and stuff like that. But as a base price, I think it's totally reasonable.
What's cool about this product too is you can take it home. Like you and your buddy could just buy one of these and do it at home if you don't want to do it in the store or not interested in like getting into the community like that, or you're not able to make it that weekend or whatever the case may be. You can buy these and have several of them and do a pre-release at home, which is
I'm
cool.
so tempted to just like try and buy up a bunch of these and keep some sealed.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know if that's a good thing to do for the community or not, but if they don't seem like they're in short supply, I probably will try to do that.
Nice.
It just seems like a cool thing to like keep sealed on your shelf, right? Such a cool product. All right, and let's move on to the 2-player starter, which we've already seen this before. I don't know if we really know anything new about these other than the fact that
we know the price point.
Yeah, we know the price point, which is $34.99, which seems fine for 2 fully playable 60-card decks. Do you know how much a like theme deck is for Magic now?
So a commander deck, those are expensive.
Those are like $40, right?
Yeah, $45-$50 depending on what set. Now, like they used to have dual decks, and I think those were somewhere between $30-$35. So about the same price as
That's
that.
kind of what this feels like, right? It's like kind of a dual deck.
Yeah, so I think it's right around the same price point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every Star Wars Unlimited player is probably going to buy one of these because you need, right? Everybody's going to want the exclusive cards that you can only get from the starter, which I guess, like, I don't know, maybe that's not ideal for some players. They don't want to feel like they have to buy this, but I don't really see that big of an issue with it personally.
I think I like it better personally as a consumer, that I'm not going to be opening cards from packs that I already bought. So if you already are planning on buying one of these, then it's better for you.
Right, true.
But if you don't want to have to buy one, then I guess maybe it's worse. But at the same time, they're going to have, this is kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but they're going to have all these cards available as promos. So you can always secure them as
you can get them
later.
that way. That's a great point. The one thing that I wish that this product included, which it doesn't, is at least one booster pack.
Yeah, or one for each side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If they had 2 booster packs in this as well, I think it would be just, like, knocked out of the park. I think it's like an A right now. I think it'd be like an A+ plus if it included a couple booster packs. Even at, like, a $39.99 price point with a couple booster packs, I think would be pretty sweet.
And there's
You
some
get your
good
first hit.
cards. There's some good cards in the starter decks
There are, yeah,
from what I've seen. So it's definitely worth picking up just for those cards to have in your collection.
100%.
Some
Alright.
people might be upset about that actually because not being able to pull them in boosters, you won't have multiple sets of them unless you buy multiple sets of this,
True,
which is
true.
weird.
True.
I don't build like 10 decks at a time. I don't mind swapping sleeves and changing cards out, but people that do that will probably be irritated.
That's a good point.
I also think you can only get Luke and Vader through this, right? They're
I
not in
think
the
so
set.
too. Yeah, but you're gonna be able to get them through the pre-release as well. And I don't know. I mean, we already have the promos from Gen Con, so and then I think there's Luke and Vader Judge promos for the pre-release too. So there's already like 5
Oh
different
yeah.
versions of Luke
Sure,
and
sure,
Vader.
sure, sure.
So yeah, hopefully people won't have a hard time getting their hands on those. And hopefully they'll be decent because we're gonna have like a million different ones and I want to actually play them.
Yeah, 100%. So, real quick too,
Yeah.
is coming from someone who just started playing Commander not that long ago. When I buy a Commander deck, I don't want to have wasted my money because they're already expensive, and they used to have more of these, but there are cards that are exclusive to the Commander deck, so you have to buy the Commander deck to get them.
Hmm.
So it makes the value of those cards higher, and
True.
like the value of the commander deck is actually there when you buy it at $45 or $50
Yeah.
instead of being able to buy the singles for $1 or less each and then be able to just build the commander deck yourself without actually having to buy it for cheaper. So I kind of like that. This also does come with full play sets of each card that is exclusive from
Right.
this.
Hmm.
So that's
Yeah. Whereas
also incredibly
the
important.
commander decks don't do that, right? It's just, well, because
Well,
they're
they're
singleton
all in
decks.
single tone decks, which
Right.
makes them even worth even more if they're
Hmm.
exclusive because then you have to buy multiple of them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Destiny was really bad about having not full playable decks
Hmm.
and cards in
And
there that
not
were
full play
not
sets.
full play sets. So this appeases the people that complain about that, which is really good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's been a thing that people have complained about with FFG games for a long time, including us. So definitely good to see a change there.
Yeah, like the 2 player set for Destiny, I literally had to buy 2
Yeah.
because those cards were exclusive to that, and you needed extra dice of the characters.
Hmm.
So you had to buy a minimum
And
2 of them.
well, and you had a bunch of cards left over because you only needed
Yeah,
like you didn't need 2 of the character cards. You just needed
right.
1 character card with 2 dice. But all right, let's move on from this. Obviously very cool. So we did. I don't know if we mentioned that booster packs are $4.99, but booster packs are
4.99.
$4.99,
That's what
which
I like to hear, coach.
compared to $5.99, right, for a Lorcana pack with 4 fewer cards, seems like a pretty good deal.
Yep. And there's a lot more collectability to these cards.
There is, yeah. So
You're getting more cards
I think you're
and
getting
more
way more value,
chances
yeah.
for value.
Hmm. So
So,
yeah, these are. I mean, this is a big W, right? Like, there's no way around that.
no. I
It's just
mean,
really good to see.
the
Very
only
excited.
reason that I think most of the Disney cards or Lorcana cards are at value right now is because of how scarce the product is.
Yeah.
And once that gets ironed out, the value of those cards will be way less, and the value of buying a box for that game will be way less than buying a box for this, in my opinion,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
there's so much collectability here.
Yeah. 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 I don't think that's wrong. Hopefully, supply is figured out. When this comes out, we don't have issues like Lorcana does. But and, I mean, if they're planning on this being a draft game,
Right.
you have to imagine that they would do the math and say, okay,
We need
we
extra.
like we think that there are X number of local game stores in the US. If they wanted to run an 8-man draft every week, how many boxes do we need to print? And hopefully they did that math and we can do that. I'm optimistic, which is
So
not something that I thought that I would say like 6 months ago or 9 months ago. But I don't know. I think they'll get it right.
there's a lot baked into that, into the idea of how much they need to print. And it's been a long ongoing issue in this industry for a long time with board games and card games because there's no system of knowing exactly how much you need to print.
Hmm.
Because if you print way too much, your company goes out of business. These aren't multi-million-dollar companies. These are,
Well,
small
As
companies.
Asmodee is pretty big, but most
Asmodee
of them are
is,
not. Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know what
I
I
mean,
mean.
it's still bad. It's. I mean, overprinting is way worse than underprinting,
Yeah.
because I mean, even Lorcana right now, right? Even though it's underprinted and people are complaining, when they put that next wave of boxes out, they're going to sell out instantly. Stores feel like they are, able to charge more for the product, or at least charge MSRP for the product. And on the flip side, if you print too much and you stick a store with product that they purchase and can't sell, now you're screwed.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, the balance is impossible to hit. So we'll see how close they get.
We could do a whole podcast about that.
Yeah, I'm sure we will at some point. But yeah, we talked about booster packs enough last time, so I think
Yep.
yeah, everybody knows.
24 packs in a box and 6 boxes in a case.
Right, 6 boxes in a case. So
16 cards in a pack.
that's right. All right, we've got the casual play kits
Launch kit.
section. So there's 3 different ones. We'll start with the launch kit. So this
Yep.
is meant to go with the pre-release, and it includes a booster box for the store to use as prize support and support for 8 players. It comes with, I think, all of the bases. Basically enough bases for any player to run any color base that they want, and obviously the bases have tokens on the back as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, Magic had to do that, I'm sure, when they started, because not every store was going to have just tons of
Yeah.
lands. At this point, it's so ingrained in the community or in the industry that every place has lands. But until Unlimited reaches there, they're going to have to send out bases like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which
So,
is fine. They don't list a price for this, which I mean, probably not relevant for 90% of the people listening to this, but
yeah,
yeah. So that is that. This is the thing that includes the Luke Invader Judge promos, actually. So
nice.
be interesting to see what those look like.
And there's OP promos too that we'll get to, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Right
So
here.
that's next. So we've got the weekly OP kit, the weekly play, 3-card boosters, and the rest of the OP kit. So this comes with support for 8 players again, and basically they're going to hand these out as part of your participation in the weekly play. They're not going to force you to play, so they're not going to force you to even play the game. Just as long as you're in the store hanging out around Star Wars Unlimited, you get rewarded, which I think is really smart.
Yeah.
I think that's the right approach for like a weekly game night kind of vibe. If they want to keep things casual, keep things fun and light. So
100%. Yeah,
and
I
these,
mean, they don't do anything specific to winners. There's no like, if you win, you get this. Maybe there will be. I don't know.
yeah, I
But
guess it's up to the store, but
you at least get this, which is probably the coolest thing you can
yeah,
get.
yeah, yeah. And so this 3-card pack contains 3 cards from a 20-card like special OP set. It's looks
Alt
okay.
arts
Yeah,
and
so they're
borderless.
not all alt arts,
Okay.
from what I gathered. I think only the rares are alt arts,
Okay.
but you get a 1 in 3 chance at a special OP foil.
Okay. There's 3 cards and
But
one of
yeah,
them can be a rare and that rare can also
well,
be foil.
do you always get a rare in the
No.
booster? Now, okay, got it.
And then but they all have the borderless treatment of the it's colored schemed based on what
Yeah,
their
based on their aspects, right?
aspect is,
Yeah,
which is
and I'll
cool.
pop in the Sabine ones that they showed off right here.
Will it be only like I don't know, they haven't announced all the leaders, but out of 20, is it going to be all leaders?
Well, the Sabine's a unit card, not the
Oh, it's
leader.
a unit.
Yeah,
Okay, cool,
yeah.
makes sense.
So I don't know if there will be any leaders. That'd be interesting if there were, though.
Also, what do they do if there's cards that are dual aspect? They have like red vigilance and green command. We haven't seen anything like that, but what if that
Oh yeah,
exists?
interesting. I don't know.
There's like the top half gonna be green
Yeah.
border, bottom half red border or something. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I don't know, but yeah. So that's a weekly kit, and then we've got the store showdown kit, and the store showdown kit includes, this is support for 32 players. You get a participation promo just for showing up, which is a card takedown, which is new. I'll pop that in right here, and another promo for top 8 that we haven't seen yet.
Nice. Okay.
So
Okay.
speculate away. It includes the booster box, which they mentioned that they are going to push stores to award for participation, not for performance.
Okay.
the top 8 promo cards are the sort of reward for performance in theory,
Hmm.
and there will also be a judge promo in this kit as well.
That's
Those
cool.
judge promos are going to be pretty interesting. So
Yeah.
no idea what they look like. They haven't shown any of them off, but I'm probably not going to be a judge, but I want them anyway.
Yeah, Flesh and Blood does judge promos, and none of them are like, they're all either
They're like
PvE
not playable cards,
centric.
right? They're like
None
weird.
of them are playable. You can't
Yeah.
play them in constructed, but they all are just really weird for like Ultimate Pit Fight or PvE that hasn't even released yet, crap like
Hmm.
that. So I'm interested to see if they do something like that or if it's going to be
Yeah, if it's just like a different kind
just
of alt art or something, or
mhm.
like a stamp or something.
Either way, I think that's cool that they're doing that because they did not do that for Destiny.
No, they did not. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the way that they're doing things for this game is
So different.
night and day from what they're doing with Destiny. Like
Yeah.
they honestly like they're giving this game every chance possible to succeed.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know. There's still chances for things to go wrong, but it's looking pretty good so far.
Yep.
So that's the last thing that they talked about. That's the end of the article. So
Okay.
yeah, we
Pretty sweet stuff coming out for Star Wars Unlimited. I'm really excited.
yeah, definitely. I think this product line is very tight. Makes a lot of sense. The things that I think it may be missing that I think they could add in later is something similar to, is it like the collector trove or something like that from Lorcana or something like that?
A gift
Basic,
set and then
ba-
collector trove.
yeah, like basically the equivalent of like a elite trainer box or like a magic fat pack. I don't know if they call it that anymore, but it's like basically halfway to a booster box. It's similar to a booster box where it just gives you a bunch of packs, but you also get some additional extras and goodies in it. Like I could imagine some cool tokens or like a cool damage tracker for your base or something like that in that type of product, which is like really good for gifting to people, or you go to your local Target and you see it on your shelf and you just like buy a couple of those because you want to open some packs. So
Yeah.
yeah, they didn't discuss that at all, actually, was like where these products are going to be available outside of local game stores. So not sure what their plans are there.
It will be interesting to see if they got, because I mean, technically Star Wars is a part of Disney as well.
Yeah.
So if they get that reach that Lorcana got and get to go in Target, I mean, Target and Walmart, but specifically Target too, has way expanded what they have for collectible card games. Like
Hmm.
you can go in there see My Hero Academia, One Piece, like My Hero Academia, while whatever you think about the game, it's not super popular compared to some of these other ones.
Hmm.
So it's like really surprising to go in and see that kind of a game in Target. So I would not be surprised if you could get this there
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. I'd be kind of surprised if you couldn't. I hope that we're gonna be able to see these in Galaxy's Edge. I
Oh
want I
yeah,
want
that'd
I
be
want to go to
awesome.
Galaxy's Edge and rip some Star Wars unlimited packs.
Yeah, I would totally do that for
That'd be
sure.
sick. So, all right. Well, this is what they announced yesterday. If we missed anything that you guys are excited about, let us know in the comments. And otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.